I greet you with peace and I greet you with love. This is Dr. Guname, and today I want to share a special soul food with you. Although this is the series 3 of how men created God in their own image and likeness. This is the series 3. And in this series 3, I title it as Heaven and Hell is a Lie. Heaven and hell is a lie. I know when religious people listen to this type of series, they don't have patience. They are quick to to this man they talk. This is unbeliever. These people are pagan or whatever. You know, religious people are very quick to judge people, even if they are all booked and don't judge. But they are the masters of all judges. The one that are quick to say, this is how it is, this is how it's not. But what I want to share with you today is this. I want you to reason with me. This is not even just like a teaching. This is more like reasoning together. So reason this thing with me. Do you agree that the only way I can put fear on you is to project myself to you as something that is so bigger and different from you? Do you agree on that? If you are wise and honest to yourself, you will say yes. Okay. Do you also agree that what you don't know is what you are more likely to be scared of? If you are so honest with yourself, you will say yes. You can even be writing the comment there if you're hearing it. And do you also agree that the only way to control somebody is to put a penalty in front of them in case they jump out of the line? Do you also agree on that? If you are honest to yourself, you will say, yes, I do. So do you also agree that the only way you can be the master of a slave is for you to be in possessions of powers and knowledge which those slaves don't have access to? If you are honest and wise, you will also say yes. Okay. If you say yes to all this, then I will show you why they gave you heaven and hell and how you become stuck now in the middle. Follow me. This will not be too much long so food. I just want to drop it and I have some things to pay attention to, yeah. But I just want to drop this so quick with you. Let's start from the concept of heaven. What is a heaven according to the religious interpretation? Let's use that. What is a heaven? This is a place, according to their religious books, this is a place where you win the tickets, you win the visa after you have finally served and worship your God very well while you are still on flesh here on earth. So the destination of this ticket or this visa or this hard work you have been doing in this flesh, that place you go to later to rest, according to your book, that is the meaning and definition of heaven, the home of your God, the home of your angels, the home of those places where everything become perfect. They even taste a mosquito that day. Where everything became perfect and holistic in nature, and they tell you to sing songs of praise, worship. You don't have to walk, you don't have to do nothing, because you're not in heaven. All you see is singing, dancing, smiling, happy, and be joyful, and be self-love, and be self-contented. This is what they introduce and explain to you as the meaning of heaven. If you're honest to yourself, you will say yes. Okay, so now, no problem. Let's leave the heaven the way it is. Let's turn our face. What is the hellfire? So this is also a place, the same of your God. Design it for people who disobey him, for people who don't respect him, for people who don't do the things they structured and planned and organized for you to do, for people who left the track, for people who do evil and bad or whatever to different people. Anything that is opposite of that heaven is what this hair represents. And they tell you inside this hair is a home of Shaitan. Don't forget the Shaitan, they also told you, was the first creation. I was giving a middle finger. Yeah, middle finger to Satan. It's the first creation of the God. Don't forget, that's what your Bible said. That Satan is the first creation of God, and he was the closest person to God. He was the best and the most favorite angel of God. That's why it's called Lucifer. Lucifer, the morning star. His voice is so beautiful. He's one of the most amazing, beautiful beings. According to your Bible, these are not Oguname's words. According to your Bible. But later he disobeyed his master. He rebelled against his master, and he was cast into the pit of hell. Okay, the pit of hell now is not the opposite of that heaven. But they did not say you will die. They say you will go to that hell, and you will be in that eternal fire. That fire will be burning you, but you will not burn. And you will be there for so many thousands and millions of years. And maybe someday, those are many, many stories. So the point I want to share with you now is, hell now becomes the opposite of this heaven. So now you are in the middle with a parallel line. They tell you walk like this, one step after another, one step after another, so that you can get to your destination and enter heaven. That's what they told you. That's how they programmed your mind, so that you can make it to heaven. So your duty, according to how they programmed you, your duty is to make sure you follow the commandment so you can make it to heaven. And whenever you slide, you have to beg and plead for forgiveness so you can make sure you made it there. Good. No problem. So, now, the agreement we have just made before I start explaining this, me and you agreed already that for you to be my slave, I have to hold knowledge for myself. I have to hold power for myself. I have to hold information for myself. And you agreed on that. Fine. Then we also agreed that for me to be able to threaten your life and make you so scared of me, I have to project myself as something that can really destroy or conquer you. And you agreed to that. So now, take a pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself again, who is telling you all this story? Since you are born, has one spirit ever come out from a wood, or from the wall, or from the ground, or one leaf ever spoke to you? I don't know what happened, but I think Facebook is playing with these subjects. Facebook, if you are the one playing with these subjects, just leave it, okay? And if you are all these black African people, you are a Christian, you are in my page, please stop reporting my page. You have two options. Instead of reporting my page every day, instead of you reporting my page every day, always try to take down my posts and all this nonsense, you have two options. Stop following Oguname. Because in this page, if you believe you are a Christian, you love whatever, you are a religious person, in this page you can never be comfortable. Because the knowledge here will not make you ever be comfortable. So you have two options. Just stop, unfollow me and stop following my page. if you like it before, unlike it, so that the knowledge and the soul food don't disturb your ego. Because every day you guys are reporting this page, I will bring a post, you want to block this page, you want to... That is not what your God asks you to do. Don't fight for your God. Don't fight for your God. If your God knows what I'm saying is not right, let your God take down my page himself. You leave me alone. Because you will always like to take down my page and many things. It's not even healthy for you, but I know you don't know anything, so every time you want to wait for Guname to be live so you can go and report his page, you are now a witch disturbing your own self with our own spell. You see your life? You don't like my teaching, you don't like what I share, what are you still doing in my page? I don't tell you I'm looking for view. I don't care if nobody's even viewing. It's expression of self. Do you know what that means? Expression of self. So stop reporting my page. Stop trying to bring down whatever I'm sharing that you don't like. You can never be comfortable in my page if you hate knowledge. It's very simple. And I did not force you or beg you to come and like my page. If the soul food is disturbing your comfort zone and you enjoy that box you are sitting right there, then stay there, unfriend me, block me, don't follow me. Stop reporting my page. I have been warning you guys for a very long time now. Soon I will start laying curses on you. Pray that a man that carries love in his heart, pray for that man not to curse you. You have to be very careful. You think because I laugh, you think I can't eat you. I can eat you and drink your blood also, even while I still laugh and smile. So don't play with my page. If you don't like what I share, if you don't like what I teach, stop this nonsense. Stop this nonsense. And I will not be repeating it many times. I will not be repeating it many times. Because it's really hurting me. I did not do adverts and come and beg you to like Oguname's page. I did not do anything and plead with you to come and be listening to me. You on your own found me on Facebook. You on your own click like on my page. Anytime on live, it send you notification. And then you on your own sit down and listen. And then you are angry and start reporting. Don't you see you are sick? Does that make sense? Just ask yourself. I'm not even begging for hundreds or millions of people to be viewing me. That's not even my target. So me, I'm just expressing myself. If you don't agree, no problem, move on. If you agree, sit down and feed your soul. This is soul food. Your soul is starving. You are feeding your stomach every day with junk food you buy from the supermarket. You are feeding your head every day from the lies you watch in your TV. Now it's time for you to feed your soul. But all you can do, you want to report a Guname page, you want to go and block a Guname page, that is not your problem. You'll die through away, because what is coming is too big for anybody to stop. So you have two options. Instead of you to report my page, leave my page. Simple. Leave it. Go. There are lots of pages which you can go to and go and be doing whatever you like to do there. Don't stay my page. Anytime you see my post, you are angry. You carry hate. You will just waste your life. You will just waste your life. You will just waste your life. At the end, for what? For nothing. Because you are hating somebody you don't even know. So if you love yourself, stop those nonsense. Let's go back to the teaching. Later I will cut it, merge it together, and put it on my YouTube. You see, you can't even stop nothing. Even if Facebook take down this page, like as they have always been doing, I will still open a new one. In 1 month, it will still be full. That's just it. You can't stop this thing. Even if you come and kill my body now, I will still possess people to speak. So you cannot really stop me. You cannot really stop me. This is not the time you kill the truth teller and you expect the truth to disappear. No, this is Aquarius age. Nobody can stop this anymore. If you still think you still can stop it, meaning you don't know what is going on right now on Earth. You are still back in 80 years ago. That's where you still are. So update your brain and follow up with the updates so you can know what is going on right now on Earth. I don't want to be angry. I'm very cool and gentle today. So don't give me reason now to be angry. I don't want to touch my sister. So just stay with me. Let's my reason together. Like I said, it's like a open discussion. It's not fight or anything. So like I was saying, even if I don't really remember exactly where I stopped, but for me it does not really matter. I'll pick it from anywhere again. So if we both agree already that for me to control you, I have to be in charge of knowledge which you have no access to. That means you have to sit down and be asking yourself, all these stories, all these words, who said it to me? This rock has never opened and speak to me. This bird has never come and whisper to me. This tree has never come and speak to me. Everything you know and believe was written in a book, printed in a printing complex, in a printing factory. And you sat down and read it. And you believe this is a holy book. And you believe everything inside there. Meaning everything is just belief. Which, in other words, a program. Meaning you don't know, because if you know, you don't believe. You only believe because you don't know. No problem. So right now, let me show you the picture. If heaven is the positive side and hell is the negative side, and when you follow the straight line and worship the God that made you believe, you make it to heaven. If you fail, you made it to his junior brother, devil, which is in the hair. Meanwhile, he creates the both side. Okay, fine. So, if I am a God and I create something, let me use this to make an example. It's so beautiful. And I create these two things, and I tell you now, this is good, this is bad. And I put the both thing on the ground and tell you to start strongly and looking for what is good, what is bad. That means me, the God now who create this thing, I love games. I enjoy games. I love fun. I like to use it to have fun. Because I created you with my love and likeness, like I made you believe, right? And now I created what is good for you, and I also create what is bad for you. And then I leave you to struggle and find out the good one and the bad one. Your pastor will tell you, yes, he did it so he can test you and know if you really love him. That is what the normal general lie they will tell you. So they can test you to know if you love him. So he can test you to know if you are really faithful for him. That's why he create those good and bad. So you can learn how to master your free will. That's what your normal reverend or your normal pastor will tell you in his church. That's what your normal reverend or your normal pastor will tell you in his church. But what you are not letting yourself to learn by yourself is that God loves games. It's boring. He's feel bored where he's sitting, the way they made you believe. I know nothing like that, but I'm just following your program. He's bored where he's sitting. So he loved not to see his creation confused. He loved not to see his creation playing, just like the story of Job in the Bible. A loyal and faithful man to God, according to the book. Although we understand the esoteric meaning, I'm just using the book to explain to you. A loyal and faithful and humble man to God. He do everything in his will of God. And then according to your Bible, the devil came to him and said, you think this your guy, this your boy is so loyal? You think he really love you? That's because you have been helping him. He's wealthy, he's blessed, he's rich. Of course he will love you. No man will not love a God who blessed him. No man will not serve a God who blessed him. But just give me one chance. Let me go and try him and tempt him and see and demonstrate to you, and let's see if he will not curse you. And what did your God did? Because he loved game? Because he's bored? He said, yeah, try it, let me see. And what happened? The same man they told you is nothing but a piece of sand that God breathed life in. So now God now forget that and now think he's the same with angel. because they make you believe you are different from angel. So now you now give permission to devil, the second most powerful man in your world, because that's what they made you believe. The second most powerful man in your world. So you now give him power and permission to go and try his own son, who is very faithful and loyal to him. That is an act of betrayal. Somebody who trusts you, believes in you, loves you with all his heart, and you use his life to play a game because you want to demonstrate something and be sure of something, like you bet with somebody's life. So if you allow yourself to think outside the box, none of these things really make sense. If you allow yourself to reason with a free mind, then you will know this is a children's story. This is not for men. This is not for adults. These stories are for kids, like fairy tales. Only if you allow yourself to think. But if you don't allow yourself to think, then you are like, okay, because there is a straight line. And now I am walking one step, walking another step to make sure I stay on the straight line, but the God is trying to use a stone to hit me and watch which side I will fall into. So I have to be strong and follow the obstacle and follow the challenges so I can make it there. So it just creates you as marvelous as you are, and I use you as a toy. And they put two things in your front. If you respect me, obey me, you will enjoy paradise. But if you disobey me, you will go to hell. If he is so perfect, if he is so wonderful, almighty, beautiful, why will he even have that thought to even come up with a negativity in his mind? Why will he even set up an agenda like that? Why can't he create you perfectly without nothing like sin attached to you? Your pastor will say, yes, but he did so. And he put you in the Garden of Eden. But Eve and the snake betrayed him. The God who creates stars, who creates moon, who creates the sun, who creates the big earth, who creates every living thing and the creepy things on this earth, according to how they made you believe, now he's not in charge of a snake. No, your pastor will say, no, you don't understand. The devil used the snake to deceive Eve. Where? In the Garden of Eden, paradise of God. Ask yourself, common question, common sense. So God now allow devil to enter the garden, change to snake, and I come and be tempting Eve. And I tempt is the only two wonderful creation that he have at that moment, the most precious thing to his heart, the thing he get, according to your book, the thing he get power to name every other thing in this world, the thing he get power and dominion to conquer every other thing in existence, and I use them for a game and lose guard them. Is that really a friend you can really trust? Meanwhile, the same book told you Adam and Eve was naked, but they did not know. So until the snake come and deceive Eve, they now eat the apple, and they now have awareness and start become conscious of themselves and see, oh, we are naked. Then, if you are free, you are a free thinker, then you can ask yourself, okay, could that God have blinded and take knowledge of self away from them because you just enjoy watching these two adults walking around naked? Because it does not make sense. Why taking awareness of self away from your own creature to the point that the devil have to now come and deceive them to eat apple just for them to now become aware and conscious of themselves? Which means the devil now kind of become your closest friend, who wants you to know and see yourself for who you are. That is a shadow work. But that's not the point I'm taking you to. We are going to be dealing with heaven and hell. Okay, now, I gave you this and say if you do it right, you will enjoy this. If you do it wrong, you will enjoy this. I just set you up. Why? How did I set you up? I just threatened your life. I mean your God. Your God just threatened your life and make you believe if you disobey me, if you don't obey me. Now it start making sense why the Greek was starving their gods. But no problem, let's stay with you now. If you disobey me, if you don't obey me, you were born in hell. Same way a thug would put a gun to your head and say, if you don't do what I say, I blow up your head. Same way somebody can, a blackmailer can say, if you don't pay me this, I release this and destroy your personality or your image. Same way people can hold your balls and tell you, say ah, then you have no option to say ah. What kind of a God are we dealing with here? Is this really a gangster God? Or these are men writing words and projecting it as words of God, so that you who don't have the knowledge and power they have would be their slave and obey them and think you are obeying God? What is really going on here? Because one of the two must be going on. Either your God is a gangster, a trickster who enjoy fun and game, or there is nothing like that. It is men who create the concept of that God and design rules and regulations and what will happen just to make you have fear, so that they make you believe if you don't do this, you will go to here. And where is that place now? The hellfire is not something you go and peep and look. They tell you the place is a place you go after you die, and you stay there eternity. And you don't know the knowledge of death. So you are scared to die. You are scared that if you die now, oh, you will go and go to hell. So because you don't want to go to hell, please, what can I do so to make it this heaven? Please, please, tell some people now that kill your first son, you will make heaven. All of them will start cutting the throat of their first son. Because why? You know what it means? The thought alone of being in hell forever, for eternity. And the same people tell you you die. So you don't ask yourself, if I die, who is going to hell? If I die, who is going to heaven? You don't question them. Who is you? And who is that which is going to heaven? Who is you? And who is that which is going to hell? If you tell him he's nothing but a dust, and they just breathe life into him and he comes to life, so you are just a dust. That's what I told you. That you are just a clay, and somebody brought your God, put the breath of life in you. That's how you come to life, right? So now they are telling you you will die, you will not go to hell. So which of you is not going to hell? Is it the Spirit of God that was put in you that will not go to hell? Because you are a clay, you are a dust. That's what they told you. Don't forget how they say they made you. So you have to question them. What is going on here, teacher? Ask your pastors questions. Although they don't give you those rights anyway in your church. But you have to question them. You have to call them out for debate. Daddy Freeze don't accept debate because he dey fear. You have to protect his personality. That's why he cannot accept this type of debates. Me we call, I know what I do am. I also know say no if you accept them. Because without the book, they don't know anything. I can stand with you for 2 hours and we talk about these things without referring you to no book. Because this is the knowledge of the universe. You just tap into the frequency and then you start expressing it out. That's the power of God, the real God. Which many don't know, because. But it does not stop there. So now that they have threatened you, now that they have made you believe that this is exactly how it is. This is exactly how it is not. Now you are confused in a chaotic world ruled by men. Your society structured by men. Your constitution written by men. The penalties written by men. The judges written by men. So when you not get to the spiritual realm, they know they cannot also tell you we are the one judging you there. So they now have to give you something. Men now have to create God in their own image, likeness, and give it to you. And say this is what God said. This is what God wants. So that after you have been trapped in this physical realm, as you die, they will still hold you, your soul, and still trap your soul. These people are soul reaper. Their only target is to reap your soul. They just want to cage you. And as they're caging you physically, they're also caging you spiritually. That's why it was important for them to put fear on you. That's why they told you about hell. So they give you a fictionary paradise and makes you imagine paradise. Why? They know they have created hell for you here. So when you are here, you look at your life, you look at your neighbor, you look at your society, everything is so heavy, stressful. So you start wishing to get there. That place where you don't have to work. That place where you don't have to pay tax. That place where you can always be happy. That place where you can be free and detached from the ego. That place where you can be free and detached from the load of the world and just be you and sing and smile and have a beautiful soul and a beautiful day every day and night. So that place now, instead of them to educate you and let you know where that place really is, but they told you it's somewhere. After you die, when you do this and that, you go there. So it makes you thinking, I have to reach there. But same time, something in the back of your mind is telling you, you are wasting your time. You cannot make it there. So you know already you are going to hellfire, but you are just trying your best to try and see if you can make it to heaven. So you are like, who is going here, but you are going like this. That's what they're doing to you now. They're playing and messing with your mind. Meanwhile, what they are hiding from you is that heaven. That hell is nothing anywhere. These are your states of mind. So when you assess the consciousness of yourself and you become aware of yourself and become satisfied with yourself and detach yourself from all this load, now you are in heaven. Now you are living life. Now you are always happy. Now you are smiling. Everything around you become paradise because now you are not carrying the load of having golds or diamonds or having mansions. Now you just breathing and being alive and you're grateful for life. Anything you see gives you joy. Everything is beautiful. You start seeing life. That is the heaven. So the hell is the other side of your mind, which is stuck in that greed, which is stuck in that ego, which is stuck in those things you want, which is stuck in those jealousy. So as long as you keep fighting and fighting, you are in hell. But as long as you surrender and accept yourself, you are in the paradise already. So heaven and hell is the state of your mind. It's not a place or a location. Because why? You are that living God. You are the pieces of that God. So there is nothing go here or go there. There is nowhere fire is burning and people they throw there. Those of you who have those dreams, these are the things you have downloaded in your head that was replaying for you. Nothing like that. Your ancestors know this very well. What did your ancestors know? Let me introduce you now to some knowledge of your ancestors. Your ancestors understood very well that this earth you live in is a realm. And when you leave this flesh, you don't die. Your ancestors know that very well. That you don't die, you live forever. So you don't need any God to promise you that that is like what you are. So what your ancestors did was, as they depart from this realm, Then in the other astral plane, they put things now in balance, which is also like this kind of word, but in a different form and with a different rules and different laws. So now they now know that this is the first, this is second, this here is third, fourth, fifth. So their own growth, their own mind is to keep on growing. And how do you grow? By mastering yourself in every realm you are. When you are in this realm, you master yourself, then your soul will elevate. Then you become a noble soul and have ticket to the other one. So when you are there, you have ticket to the other one. So the more you grow and feed yourself, the more you become one with everything that exists. This is knowledge your ancestors know. And this is why they keep coming back to help you, so that you don't keep on stalking around and spinning around in this same place. So that they can help you, guide you home. Because many of you always walk into the light, and the light is what is messing you up. But because you're so scared of yourself, they are bombard your brain and miseducate you about what the dark is. So you always want to run into the light, and that light is the recycling machine. That's why you keep coming back here. And now your soul is tired. Your soul is frustrated, spinning around, repeating the same cycle. Coming and going, coming. That's why Africa is so chaotic. Old, ancient souls who are not supposed to be here anymore. You are still stuck here and still believing the lies of yesterday. That's why we have to give you soul food. Because your soul is so skinny and thin now. You are starving. You're starving. You are starving. We are not supposed to be here again. But the love we have for you drag us here. It drag us here. Because we can't just imagine you just going like that. We can't just imagine you just disappearing like that. So for we, it was important to come. Even if it's now 1, 2, we are now also able to uplift and take out from this stock recycling machine that is recycling you. Then we also have like, woohoo, like joy. That's the price for our own soul. So that's why you will wonder why we are different. That's why you will wonder why things you people love you don't have interest in it. Yes, we all have different soul mission. So heaven and earth they introduced to you was a lie. Your heaven and earth is your state of mind. So how you think, how you view things, how you see the world is what determines whether you are in heaven or whether you are in hell. And to be in heaven or hell is not about cash. Your cash cannot guarantee you. Your money in the bank cannot guarantee you. Your gold in the vault cannot guarantee you. Your influence and friends and powerful connections you have cannot guarantee you. Some people who don't have money think if I get money, I am cool. Those who have money are sitting and saying what is life. So you have to understand this. I have worked with many people, rich, and those who believe they are poor. Nobody's poor. And those who believe they are poor. At the end, they always ask the same question. Who am I? So my years of working with different people has even helped me personally a lot. But when you see somebody who have 3 Range Rover in his compound asking you some questions like, okay, so life really deeper this one. And maybe you that he's asking question now, you have not even been able to buy 1 Range Rover for yourself. So that will not start making you even understanding, okay, not be really loud. Now this side I really need to quick focus on first. So I know everything I'm sharing with you. Even if sometimes I do it like joke, I do it like laughing. That's just my nature. That's just my nature. So you have to wake up. You have to start decoding the lies. You have to start breaking the shame. You have to start allowing yourself to grow. Man has created all this in their image and likeness. And if you love yourself, start freeing yourself from their program, because the matrix they want you to be stuck in. Heaven and earth was the biggest trick and lie they used to trap African. I just use the word African. I know they trap so many people around the earth, but I just use the word African because they are the biggest victim of this. 15 German can stand here and you're asking, do you like to go to heaven or you like to go to hell? He will tell you it doesn't matter. But put 100 Africans to stand and ask who want to go to heaven or hell. Everybody will say heaven. Heaven. Hell. You have to know the meaning of those words. Words are spells. But we can't go deep into those areas today. What I just want to share with you is heaven and hell is a state of mind. God is a frequency. There's no location where those things exist. When you detach from here, you are already in another different astral plane. The only thing that will judge you is your own heart. How much love do you give? How much love do you contribute to the Mother Earth? How nice are you to your own self? How good do you treat your own self? If you like, wash the foot of everybody on earth like Pope is doing. If you don't treat yourself nice, your own head will still curse you. Without you, there is no God. Without you, there is no hell. There is no heaven. Master that you first and give the best you can to the world. That's your mission. Your mission is to be aware of yourself. That's what the serpent did to you, and that's why people worship devil today. That's why devil become that which they tell you is devil, Shaitan, now become your best friend. Because the God they introduced to you love slaves, like games. The Satan they are telling you is the Satan. It's what you have to know very well. You have to know very well. Because why? From the back of your waist to your neck and to your forehead, there is a serpent. That is where your pharmacy comes from. Do you know what is medicine? Do you see how you work, how your body functions? You are not an ordinary human being. You are not a dust. You are full of chemical. All your body is chemical. All these things you are seeing, these are pigments. These are chemicals. These are not dust. These are not dust. Wake up. You have option. You can wake. And it's easy to wake. Give them back their lies. And start following your own truths. And what is that your truth? That which you can see and that which you can connect to. That's the only truth you really have. Don't let anybody tell you any stories. This is how it is, this is how it's not. Don't believe anything you don't know. Don't believe anything you don't know, even if it's a Guname that says, if you cannot see it, don't believe it. Use the Chinese code. Seeing is believing. Look around the world. People follow those codes. They are more better than those Africans who believe what they don't even know. And you think God hates them. God don't hate them. They just know God the way they expect God to be. That's just it. No God hates Africa. No God curses Africa. They just don't understand how it works. And the ancestors who understand it, they have disconnected from them. They now believe they understand it. Your ancestors just know the laws of nature and how to tap into the laws of nature. And that's what was moving them on for more than millions of years that they were living, until the alien system now came to breed you as slaves. So in another word, you are committing treason against your ancestors. Many of you have offended your own ancestors. So we have an appointment today. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't mind me. I'll call you soon. Yeah, I will be leaving it now. So just know that you cannot keep on. Yes, I really need to speak. Yeah, I know. And everybody really need to speak to me, but you must also have patience. Because the way you want it, this one want it, this one want it, then I will lose myself later. So you need to still have patience with me. Yeah. So stop committing treason against your ancestors. Love yourself and be with you. Accept you. That's all you can really do. Love yourself, be yourself. Don't worry. You see those problems you have. The moment you love and accept yourself, your problem will start fixing itself. Because those problems are not really your problem. But now you identify yourself with it. That's why you say, my problem. You claim it and accept it. But just accept you first, and those problems will fix itself. It work. Try it. It work. It work. So I will wish you a nice day and leave you for now. I have to do other things for now. Is there any religion that let me try to see if I can read one or two comments. So many comments already. You say when it comes to religion, Nigeria fights for God, but when it comes to their rights, they leave it for God to fight for them. Exactly. That's why it works, my brother. What's your name? Ifeanyi Aniako. Sorry if I don't pronounce it well. That's exactly how it is, Mr. Ifeanyi. That's the program of religion. They crippled your mind and make you disabled. Why do you think Africa is so poor? A man will be doing fasting and prayer. He wants God to help him with a job. Instead of him to start cracking his brain and see how to create something and create a job for himself. Now he's in the church. Before you know, inside that process of praying for God, help me out for a job, the pastor will now make him a slave in the church and start giving him like 5,000 naira every week. So he will think now he got a job. Every month now he have 20,000 and he's close to God. They're promising heaven. I might game. I might game. He said, Pastor believe that their blessings come from the poor people, not God. Of course, that's why their church is full of more poor people. He said, but they preach to the poor people that their blessings come from God. Of course, that's why it's a mind game. I love this man commenting. That's why it's a mind game. That's just a mind game. He said, for God to love the world, he spared Satan life and leave him for the Christian to kill himself by shouting fire, fire, die. African Christians have mental problems. That's what you have to know. Christianity is different from what Africans are practicing. What they are practicing is just example of their molested mind. Yes, they are like a victim who are traumatized. So after being slave for 400 years, they now think they need God. So they are just sick. Yeah, those are just normal sick people. The real Christians don't even pray that. So Africans, those ones are your mental stress, they worry, those ones. They're not even, people who even give them the church, even their Jesus, not even they shout, African go, you see person, they speak it, talk, go, they mainstream. These guys are sick, man. See, religion has destroyed the reasoning of the people. Yeah, that's the work. That's the only reason they brought it. The people who brought religion for you, you have to know them. Although that is a very different series. You have to know these guys who brought these religions for you. He said, Doctor, can you tell us how the world was created? That's a nice question. But that will be a topic for another day. But you can go and listen to my teaching on YouTube, The Origin of the Sacred Feminine Energy. In there, about 20 minutes or so in that teaching, I really pieces even how the first man was made. But don't worry, my book is what will do all this work. My handbook is coming. My handbook is going to be a soul food which if you are in the bus, you will read. If you are at home, you will read. Anywhere you are, you will read. You will read and read and read and read and read to the extent that it will not become what you will be reading every day. That's why I'm taking my time to cook it. The perfect soul food for this generation. And that's the goal of my book. It's a soul food. The soul food will be ready soon. Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot read too many comments again. I have to go now. I wish you a nice day. Please know that heaven and hell is not a location. It's a state of mind, just like your left and right brain. So when you align them together, then you have a perfect lifestyle. I wish you a nice day. I send you peace and I send you love. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye for now. Please share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. Common sense, you have to share it. I don't have to be saying it. Bye-bye.